Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Army, and we're here today with the draft in FHM Franchise Hockey Manager 2. So, end of the first season, things went quite well. Regular season, second in our division, behind the Chicago Blackhawks. Also the only team above us in the Western Conference and the entire league. So, a really good season. We got through Nashville in 4 games. We got through to the second round where we faced off against Chicago, and we lost in 4 games. So the playoffs didn't go our way, but there were some interesting things along the way anyway, and I enjoyed the season. It was a better season than I expected, so we really did sort of overperform. Now, I haven't got this message in my inbox. I have to change something in Manager to try and see if I can get the general league news. I took a lot of news out. But, yeah, the entry draft is today. So, this video will be dealing with the draft. We've got, you can see the Arizona Coyotes have won the 2016 draft lottery. We've actually got number 2 from Winnipeg. So, we hold the second pick in this draft. I'm hoping Arizona goes for Austin Matthews because we don't need a center. I want Patrick Lane. He'd probably be my best pick. So we've got number 2. Then you've got Sabres, Stars, Flyers, Flames, the Senators, Oilers, and we also have New Jersey's first round pick. So 2 and 9, that's pretty good. I was expecting number 1 and number 5. I thought that's where they were going to end up. So 2 and 9 isn't great, seeing what we gave up to get those picks. But really, to get into the playoffs, to get beaten by the only team to outdo us in the regular season, and then to still end up with number 2 and 9, I think is fantastic. Our pick is worth 26, but someone else has that. However, we do have Calgary, which at 36 is pretty good, you know, the 6th pick of that second round. So 2, 9, 36, only 3 picks in this entire draft, and that's where we are. So if we head over to the draft page, we can see we sort by potential, and these are the big guys to go after. Austin Matthews is probably going to go first. I'm hoping he is. We want Patrick Lane, a better fit for us, and also slightly better now, according to these scouts. If he's gone, I'm going after Puljujarvi, and yeah, if I can take a Tkachuk or maybe a Nylander or someone like that with the number 9, I'll be fairly happy. So we're going to have a look around and see what we can pick up. But first of all, we're going to have to just jump into the draft and see who goes number 1 with the Arizona Coyotes. Okay. How do I do this? Pick until human. Next pick. So, I fully expect Austin Matthews to go number 1. And he does. Austin Matthews, good skater. He goes number 1 to the Arizona Coyotes, which gives us number 2. And they're fairly similar. Which fin is going to be better? Which fin's got the higher potential out of the 2? That's the real question. Puljujarvi. It's 15 hockey sense. I like hockey sense. Patrick Lane has 15 too. See, Lane looks like he's going to be an offensive player. I'm not sure if I want offense. Will I regret this? Will I regret this? Let's go with Jesse. Let's go with Jesse. I'm expecting Lane to go 3. And he does. Number 4. I think I had to chuck number 4 and Nylander number 5. Let's see. To chuck. McLeod, okay. Tyson Jost, that's not someone I had high. Nylander does go, okay. So that's basically the good people off the board. Isaac Lundstrom. Okay, so who have I got down? I got a little list here of people who I wanted to draft. So let me go check that. We'll see what we can do. Although Anderson looks really nice there at the moment. He's not a defender I know too much about. So what have I got here? I need a right defenseman, don't I? I'm going to need a right defenseman. Okay, are there any good right defensemen in this draft? Here we go. Or maybe there'll be one in free agency, maybe. Might not have to go after one. And German Rubsoft is up there with a 5-star potential, so that's tempting. But again, I don't need a center. I don't need an offensive-minded player. And he's Russian, so does he go to the KHL rather than come to me? I don't know. Yaitsev, but he's Russian. There's not really too many names that I recognize here. Now, 2 names that were on my list are Kreese, who's a defender, and Chicherin. So there's Chicherin. Where's Kreese? DeBrincat was another name. But again, it's a center. I don't fancy taking him with 9. Now, there's another left defender, Chad Kreese. But I do like him. And DeBrincat I liked a lot. And Chicherin, no. Let's just go with Kreese. I know him. He might be taking a few picks early, but pick until human. So McAvoy, Pierre-Luc Dubois was another guy I was looking at. Chicherin goes 12, so maybe we've gone for the wrong defender. Maybe not. Who is McAvoy? He looks decent. Fabro Bean, Keller, Levy, Gerard is another guy I was looking at. Gauthier Clegg. The Brinkat goes 20, so we can't get him. Bellows, Brown, Jones, Stanley, Hajek, Alad, Kunin, Rubtsov actually goes 28th. Boyle, Bitten, Sergachev, LaBerge, Radish, Steele, and Tuft. So that's an interesting set. It does leave a bunch of people here who are supposed to have 4.5 stars. So who do we go after? Who's on my list? Who's on my list? I don't really recognize too many of these people, so you know what? There was one goaltender who I didn't mind. I thought he had decent potential, and we don't have a lot of depth at goaltender because I did trade someone away, or more than one. It's not Fitzpatrick. It's his name, Sawchuk or something. I just saw it on my list, but where's he gone? Okay, let's search this by goaltenders. See where Sawchuk is. Sukachev, that's not him. Chase Marchand. Ooh. I like him a lot in real life. But that's not who I was looking for. Has he actually gone? I didn't think a goaltender had gone yet. Did I get his position wrong or his name wrong? Am I just missing him here? Sochenko, is that him? That might be... Yeah, 3.5 star. This might be him. This might be him. Yeah, this is him. I liked his stats. Fairly sorted across the board. They do say there are some 4-star guys there though. Sochenko's 13-12 and can grow another star. 12-12. Hart. Fitzpatrick. Maybe I'm better off going for one of these guys. Maybe even Hart. He's 17. 3-star now. 4-star potential. 13-13. I think maybe a goaltender is the way forward though. Perhaps it is the way forward for me. Two extra inches. Fitzpatrick's won a trophy. We really don't know much about him. We do know something about Carter Hart, which is... I see, loyalty isn't big, so it's money and ice time. Fair amount of time lost to injuries. Okay. Intangibles, good training, solid, good player. What else we got here? Gustafsson's been rated as 4-star with an A potential here, so he's fully scouted. This might be a better option. Not as strong in terms of there, so not loyal. Intangible, not a workhorse, willing to learn. Fringe, but potential to be an outstanding player. So maybe there's a bit of work to do with Gustafsson, but he might be a better option. And let's have a look at Joseph Wall. I'm kind of committed now to taking a goaltender in this second round. So, isn't quite a star, but he's good there. So doesn't slack off, blah, blah, blah. Prone to injuries, top player. So top player or outstanding player? What's really the difference there? Gustafsson's got slightly better stats. I think we're going to go for Gustafsson. He's going to be our third choice goaltender. And that's actually going to round us out in terms of the draft. So, number 2, Jesse Puljavi. A great little player there. Fantastic Finn and a super Swede. And who else did we get? Chad Chris, American Canadian, gone for dual nationalities here. And now we land a Swede. We land Philip Gustafsson as a goaltender. And I'm fairly happy with that. I'm fairly happy with that. I think goaltender is someone we probably needed to get. And I think a defenseman and the best player on the board, I don't know, it's either Lane or Puljajavi. I'm guessing if we had picked Lane, Jesse goes number 3 anyway, so I'm fairly happy with how that went. Perhaps that is not the best sort of draft in the world. I do not know. Let's have a look who else went around us then. So Peake, Benson, Trent Frederick. I think I might have been looking at him over the course of the season. And Otto Koivulu, that's a name I know. But yeah, it doesn't look like I missed out on someone. Asplund, is he on my list? He might have been on my list. He's not on my list. Okay. Okay, so anyway, an American, a Finn, and a Swedish player. That'll do us. What do we do now? Do we just... finish draft? Is it finished? Is that it? Do we just skip the day? I guess. Let's just finish today then and go in and take a look, because I'm not sure how well a couple of those are scouted. So hopefully they will actually turn out to be quite good. So there's a trade there. Couldn't get Mitch Marner. Did try giving up a lot, including Mikko Rantanen. I thought maybe that would be good enough. 4-star, 4.5 star. Dump Clark, Martin. They wanted Gertson. And then throw Lyndon Vey in the deal to open up the right wing spot. Just wasn't going to go our way. Jensen Emil for Matt Zuccarello. Dorset for Vitale. Korikin leaving Dallas. And then the other way, there's not too much there. That's an interesting trade. And Roussel going to the Red Wings. Really? Dallas giving up a decent amount here. Like a really decent amount. So let's see. Do we now look at unsigned draftees? Let's see. So we got Butcher, Heinen we traded for, and Terry. That's why we didn't really want Austin Matthews. We didn't want that at all. Will Butcher is a decent prospect as well in defense. So Chad Kreese, pretty middle of the road, outstanding in his current league, franchise player. So playmaking, dependable, above average, pretty good vision. So he's not very physical, which is a shame because we do want a defensive player. Relatively strong, potentially become a top player, solid player on most teams. So that seems to be a very good pickup. I'm happy with that. Shame he's not right-sided defender. Maybe we move someone else over. Puljajavi we brought in at number 2 overall. So bit scared to see here. Looks like a nice set of offensive categories over there. Team player, professionalism, good defensive read. This could be a nice one. This could be a nice one. So skating, dependable, vision. Again, not much in terms of physicality. Potentially be top player, solid player on most teams in our league. I'm happy with that one. And it would be the goaltender, Filip Gustafsson. What do you got, Philip? Not incredibly sort of impressive, but let's see what we have here. So wears down. Decent stamina. I think this is pretty much what we already seen. So it hasn't really changed too much based on what we've on being after the draft. I wasn't sure how much that would update. Can we change? No. I know in some of these games you'll be able to change between the central scouting and your own scouting or your own coaches. Well, we're here. What else have we got? No tolerance for change for Will Butcher. Okay, so he doesn't like to be traded or moved. So playmaking, pretty good ability and smarts, takes it seriously. Not great physically, he does get hit, he's not very strong. Let's see what it says about Terry. Not really adaptable. Skating, outstanding stamina, and his abilities are positive, but again, weak physical play. And Heinen, pretty clean player. Okay, so he stays at the penalty box. I like that. Physical is weak. You like his work ethic. Okay, interesting, and an outstanding player. So we've got a nice little group of players there to bring in if we need to. You can see as well that we've got a decent amount of time here on. So Butcher will be nearly 2 years' time we've got on him. Then Chad Kreis, Heinen, Puljajavi and Gustafsson are all 3 years' time. Terry would be a 4-year time. So I'm not sure exactly how good those players are. I'm pretty sure that we've got some good depth in there, however. We've added some nice depth in, so... And really, we've got a team. We've got 2 left defensemen instead of a left and a right, and we've got 2 centres instead of a left wing in there. But really, 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. I traded for Heinen and Terry. I think Butcher was already at the club. And then it's Kreis and Gustafsson. And of course, second overall pick, Jesse Puljajavi. So let me know, have your say. How well do you think I did in this draft? Did I go too high for Kreis? Did I pick the wrong goaltender in that second round? Should I have gone for Patrick Lane instead of Puljajavi? Let me know what you think about how the draft went, and also any trades or anything that we need to do, any moves that we need to make. I am looking to move out Rantanen. That's one that I really want to do, because he's holding a 4-star. He's not going to get on my top 2 lines. He's got nothing defensively. I really want to see what I can get. If I trade away Mikko Rantanen, what can I get back? Because Landeskog and Budka are good enough for first and second line. On the right-hand side, McKinnon, Hansel is okay for now, but I might have Puljajavi in there, or maybe somebody else. I know I have some decent prospects in there, Merkley and Spears, so we might have enough on the right hand side. Of course, Duchesne, O'Reilly, Gergensons, that centre spot is pretty locked down with the 2 up here, Heinen and Terry. I think we're okay. Right defence is something we need to improve on, maybe. We do have Nicholas Mallock coming through. Truba is quite young, Barry's really good. So Johnson being the odd man out and underperforming, I think we can trade him away. Gertson can go. Martin can go. Como can go. As I say, Rantanen's on the block now. Cliche. Vey, maybe even Sidlovsky. So we do have the assets. What should we do? How should we try and set this up? And yeah, guys, we've been through the draft. We've had our first season experience. So far, I'm really liking how the game plays, how quick it is, and how easy it is to pick up. So, you know, we've had some good performers over the season. We've got some good players. We've got potential. We've got room to grow. So this second season, I'm expecting big things. You know, 113 points. We've set the bar really high in season 1. But the playoffs were not good enough. We did not perform, and I am not happy with that. So, this season, we might not match our regular season record. But we're going for the conference final. If we do not make it to the Western Conference final, I am going to be disappointed. I want to go one step further than we did last season. So that's my goal for the new season. Again, have you say how well you think we're going to achieve that. There is free agency. We do have some money, and Stamkos, Victor Hedman, a few other players I think were set to go into free agency. And we'll just see how it falls into place, basically. But I'm looking at that right defenseman. I'm looking at Eric Johnson. And I'm just thinking we might need more there. So maybe it's time to make a move. Until then, though, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Come back next time to see what moves we've made and how we're going to attack the next season. Thanks for watching. I've been Chris Olmy, playing Franchise Hockey Manager 2 with the Colorado Avalanche. Season 1 is done. I hope you come back for Season 2, guys. Until then, take care.